have NaetorU facing off against our American invader, C-.
Which is crazy, because they're both kind of invaders of their own, right? This is our... I struggle to say only, but I'm somewhat certain this might be our only French rep here, as well as, you know, our only US rep.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a very cool matchup. One that's very interesting because Pichu, obviously a very obscure character, someone you can't really have a lot of sort of pressure against, a lot of preference against, I suppose. Meanwhile, snakes are plenty over there in France, all right? A couple of adders leaking in the grass, all right? You got to watch out. NaetorU are going to be very comfortable with this matchup, but just the nature of it is Snake being that big, heavy body, so many hitboxes just racking up constant, just little damage. And that against Pichu can really be a death sentence. Eventually, Pichu kind of takes care of themselves, and so it's up to NaetorU to make these advantage states as explosive and punishing as possible.
I think explosive is the perfect way to describe how this set is going to go. Already we can see both players really just kind of like getting their strings going, and then something just blows up in their face. Either sort of you get like a thundershock to the face or a grenade just blowing up as well. But obviously what's going to be so dangerous here, and you were sort of touching on it as well, is the fact that like Pichu as a character, you know, loves to get their strings going. But a lot of that is going to just get interrupted by grenades. Yeah. Every single time. So it's going to be really, really tough.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, what's going on? What even happened there?
I think that was a bit of an unfortunate misinput. It's kind of reversed the Nikita off stage and then had to make it back, but had air dodged up. It was a whole situation. But that's fine. You shake it off, you wipe away the tears, and you keep going. Because we are 2 stocks apiece, and we are looking pretty even right now, of course. That self-damage is going to start racking up, but nothing NaetorU is not used to.
Exactly that. I mean, when you play a glass cannon, you play it like a glass cannon. And that's exactly what NaetorU is doing. It's just going to go stringing. It doesn't really matter about the self-damage. But again, these grenades are already coming out. And it really does feel like all NaetorU could actually do is kind of just get like 1 or 2 hits in. None of these are going to be strings. But what NaetorU is doing so well right now is making sure that they're strong moves each time. However, of course, the percentage did climb quite quickly, and of course that big old leg of snakes going to reach up and take that stock away. Yeah,
very, very dangerous here for NaetorU. Already at 50%. He doesn't play his cards right. The next interaction could kill him. He really does need to be careful. Meanwhile, NaetorU just trying to find something. There's the down throw. The grenade is going to catch him. C- more than ready for that, however, as just waiting, just baiting. There's no rush for C-. Just the nature of the matchup. These 2 characters just naturally, passively do damage to themselves anyway, but it's not quite even footing.
Yeah, now, of course, down to that final stop. NaetorU has got to be so careful here. But as we said before, when you play a glass cannon, this is a situation that you're very familiar with. And NaetorU has certainly been in these positions where he's had a high percentage and had to make a ridiculous combo to you know, get all the way back in. But so you can see C- is just trying to seal up the stock now. The heat comes out, and you can't tech it, as we saw there. Got smacked straight into that stage, and then the flash of the lightning, and that was about it. Really.
Red sparks absolutely flying, as C- with a pretty impressive opening, I've got to say. That is no easy feat.
I know, it really is. I feel like this is genuinely just such a tough matchup for what we said before about how Pichu just can't get strings going. There was just always something blowing up. And that's just
always exploding.
Yeah, it's always exploding. And it's just on top, you know, that on top of the self-damage, and suddenly this Pichu is just climbing in percentage.
It's very tough. You have to play on the clock.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's not like your options are being limited or taken away. You still make the same decisions. The thing is, Snake just neuters the reward in this matchup. So your decision-making doesn't change. It's just that you have to play longer. You have to initiate more interactions. And obviously, the more decisions you make, the more they can blow up in your face. No pun intended. And so because of that, it seems as if, you know, NaetorU was getting the short end of the stick on a lot of his interactions, when really he's just using his best decision-making. It's just very frustrating how the risk-reward shifts in this set. And so we're going to see if that changes the gameplay right there. But unfortunately, just taken out incredibly easily. 5% on C-, just playing this matchup incredibly well.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very quick stop with not much damage on the board as well. But NaetorU does come back swinging, gets a little bit of a string going there, but not much of one. Certainly needs to try and keep it going to take that stock away. But C- just going to go high up into the sky there and avoid anything that Pichu can do, because there's no real moves that, you know, NaetorU can do to actually catch Sneak up there, unless you go for something like a Thunder and snipe it.
Yep, absolutely, and it's just so risky. As NaetorU more than happy to kind of hang out in the air right here, as maybe hanging out in the air a little too long.
Yeah, a little bit, plummeting down into the abyss there, but NaetorU is certainly going to take that. Again, now taking a bit of control here, sending C- all the way to the left. The down air that looked like it should have hit. That should have hit. I'm sorry.
Luck of the Irish, what can I say? He's hanging out here and he's must have picked a couple of 4-leaf clovers on his way in. As the chase comes through, the grab is there, forced up into the air, but you lose track of the bomb and it will come to bite you. NaetorU are looking very strong for a while, but not impossible right now as the patience come through. There's the grenade, gets him out of a potential Thunder right there, but once again, oh, these bombs are so annoying, man.
Yeah, they're really just disrupting all of what NaetorU wants to do constantly. And okay,
stop!
right.
Knock it off! Stop!
I think every stock that C- has lost has been an SD.
That's very impressive. Hey, like, he's playing so consistently and he's playing so well, it really just doesn't matter.
He needs to knock it off, though. This is getting ridiculous. But he has taken control back, getting a lot of damage onto NaetorU here, looking to take that stock away. Then Kita comes out again, but NaetorU is going to go high to avoid that.
Exactly, as that perfect parry into the up tilt. C- looking so comfortable. NaetorU looking for the run back, and my goodness, is it going to be a long run back?
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 down there. NaetorU needs to get this reverse 3-0 if he wants to keep on in the winner's bracket.
C- has taken more of his own stocks than NaetorU has.
Yeah, no, that's genuinely a fact at this point. That's, yeah. And he's feeling it as well. You can see him
bopping, you can see him moving.
But, I mean, honestly, C- really has just, he is playing this matchup perfectly. He knows what is annoying for NaetorU, those bombs, the Nikitas, everything like that.
Well, why don't you play...
You got to the point, as you were about to say, where actually it's just not worth it anymore.
If the matchup don't work, just get a new one.
And it was interesting, actually, is that this weekend I've actually seen NaetorU not only go Wolf, but also going Palo in certain matchups as well.
Oh.
So, you know, he's definitely, he hasn't got just Pichu in the pockets. Yes, it's his main, it's what he's strongest with, but he's definitely considering other options. Right now, those other options are potentially what's going to keep him in this set.
Yeah, and you can already kind of see, like, I'm quite impressed by how C- has kind of shifted the matchup already and changed his game plan. You can see he's being a lot more aggressive with his grenade throws. He's still cooking them a little bit just to mix up the timing. But with Pichu, you just spawn grenades and then hold them because they're your guardian angel. They're your get out of jail free card. Whereas with Wolf, it's not like he's going to be comboing you like 50 hits, 14 damage. He's just going to be getting 3 strong hits in a string. And so you can be much more aggressive. You don't need those combo breakers. And already it's looking very even right now. This Wolf could be the difference maker if C- doesn't quite figure out what he's doing.
So quick, 2 dash attacks, 2, got a bit of damage going, but NaetorU says I can do that too. Finds a bit more damage. You can see, certainly the Wolf is, you know, definitely doing a bit better than the Pichu here. Keeping up that shield as well, using the safe arrows just to poke away at that shield. But C- is kind of ready and waiting.
Certainly is. Thrown out to the side, trying to chase him high, but Wolf can't go as high as he would like, as C- making it nice and safe to the ground. The C4 is hanging out on that left platform. Don't turn that dial. But NaetorU is looking to make a comeback right here.
Yeah, the back air from that Wolf going to come out, seal the deal. And NaetorU, for the first time, I think, in this set, holds a bit of a lead, but it is a narrow one, but not most.
Oh, very scary. You can see C- throwing out a couple of kill options, trying to keep NaetorU guessing with these approaches. But hey, NaetorU is just so patient, even comboing off of the grenades now. Having a bit more meat to play with, NaetorU is just so much more comfortable because he is able to take these losing trades, and it doesn't really matter because he can just try again. He can just try again. He has the vitality, and he's pushing it all the way, Samuel!
He really, like, NaetorU needs to try and seal this up now, especially as C- has sent him off stage, and it's not enough as the up B doesn't quite reach. And although the Wolf was looking strong, it just wasn't enough to push it all the way to the end. And C- is the one that will be continuing on in the winner's bracket.
And that's crazy. What a dominant performance from C- across one of the household names of Smash France.
Yeah.
That is absurd. Like we can jest about a few of those deaths off the bottom of that good old town and city, but frankly, my goodness, that was absolutely disgusting. The speed at which C- swapped and changed that game plan in Game 3.